Okay.
Term by term. For integration. Okay, term by term. Second one, partial fraction. Then term by term.
Okay.
It's also term by term, but you need to partial fraction before you term by term.
Okay.
Okay. Then of course the third one is the special functions. Special functions like the, the differentiate.
The ln x.
Yep, differentiate ln x. You get 1 over x, right? And of course you have the trigo function, you have the exponential function.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So far we have only learned term by term, right? No chain rule, no product rule. That one is for differentiation. So therefore, if you look at this, very complicated fractions, right? So if you don't partial fraction, how are you going to integrate for the second part, right?
Yeah.
So you partial fraction this, you're going to end up with this. I see a case 2 here. So therefore, you're going to end up with something.
Plus b2x plus x.
There is no x here, sorry. So
Oh. Plus c.
then this is your
3,
yeah.
3 minus 2x.
Right? So you're going to end up with this, right?
Yeah.
Right? So now, with this, I think it's pretty easy. So 2 plus x square a, which you need to find a.
Minus 2x.
So basically this is the one after partial fraction.
Yeah.
So you're going to integrate from 0 to 1, right? With respect to dx, which is your second part. So it's simple because this is the lower bound, means the lower limit, this is the upper limit. Okay? Okay, mathematically, okay, so let me give ABC some numbers, otherwise we cannot solve, right? So let's assume it's half, negative 1, 3. Alright, so now you just integrate each of this. That's called term by term. Now you have the term by term, right?
Yeah.
So you integrate from 0 to 1. This one first. So what you get? So you integrate 0 to 1. This one, right? It's negative 1 over 2 plus x. And by the way, your negative you can take out because it's a coefficient. So because you don't want to integrate so many things, okay? Then you have the 3, which is the 3 is here. Oh, actually, okay. Actually, I can actually do it better. I'm going to show you. Okay, the fact that I can bring the negative from inside to outside, right? So therefore, you can also bring the half outside. Because it's a coefficient.
Okay. Yeah.
So therefore, I can bring the 3 outside also. Your job is to integrate just this one. Okay? For this one, I think it's pretty easy. For this one, it's just negative. So you need to write down the differentiation of ln x. It's going to give you 1 over x, right?
Yeah.
So can you see that this is your... So basically now you need to integrate 1 over x. You get back ln x, right?
Yeah.
So therefore this is the one. So it's negative. You integrate this thing, it's going to be ln 2 plus x, right?
Yes.
And then there is a 1 here. Then you bring it down. So that's it. But we used to plus a c, right? But in this case it's a definite. That means
But then
you put in the 1 and the 0
why
into
need
it.
the one under like the number?
Later you will know.
Okay.
So you have the upper and lower limit. So therefore you need to sub in to solve this. So there is a value basically. Then for this one, now I'm going to explain to you why you need a 1 here. So you have the 3 outside. Then oh, by the way, the negative 1 should be outside because the negative 1 is outside. So basically you need to solve this. Then after that you negative the answer.
Okay.
So the 3 is outside. So how do you solve this is, so do this, so it's ln 3 minus 2x. When you differentiate this thing, right, your negative 2 has to bring out, right? So therefore you need to counter the effect of it by putting it below. So you need to solve this thing first before you 3 times it.
Wait.
Okay? Let me show you. Am I right?
Yeah.
This is your first layer. The second layer is this. Sorry.
It's the 3 minus 2x.
Yeah, the second layer is this, right? And this will going to give you negative 2, right?
Yeah.
So when you differentiate, you have a negative 2 there. Right? Therefore, when I integrate, I need to counter the effect of negative 2. That's why I put it below.
Okay.
So that, okay.
Actually, isn't the 2...
You see, when you
x?
differentiate this, you get this, right?
Yeah.
But the answer is this. So that's why I need to get a negative 2 below to counter the effect of negative 2. To get this.
Oh. Okay. Oh, okay.
Okay? So the same thing, just now I say the coefficient of the x is 1. So when you differentiate, you will have a 1 out, right? So to counter the effect, you divide by 1 below. That's why you consider it and you have not considered it. These are two different issues. I want you to be able to consider it. Okay? So now the question is, how do you solve this, right? Okay? Let's do the first one first. This one, you put a 1 in, you will get, so minus is outside, so you get ln 3 over 1. Okay? You put a 1 in. Then you put the 0 in, so it's ln 2 over 1, right? In between is minus. So this is the answer for.
How does that work? Like
The 1 in first, you get this. The 0 in, then you get this.
Like if the 1 go in, then what does it do?
Ln bracket 2 plus 1.
Oh.
Then you get this.
Oh, x become 1.
Yeah, 1 x become 1, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so similarly for this is 3 out first, because 3 is out. So you put a 1 in, you will get ln 3 minus 2 times 1 over negative 2.
So 1.
So the 1 in already. So the 0 in is minus. Okay, so 0 is ln 3. So minus 0 is 3. So negative 2. So just use your calculator, get this, and then times 3, then you put the value. Okay? So actually this is the next step for definite integral. So last lesson, this is called indefinite. Indefinite means you have a value of c. This is definite.
Yeah.
Definite means you know the answer. Okay, so let's do it together. So how do you do this? So the 2 you can take out. And then how do you integrate? Power plus 1, bring down the power.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So therefore this x to the power 2. And because this is an indefinite integral, so you have to plus a c. Okay?
Okay.
Without a c you are wrong. You know why? Because
we don't know that.
Because x squared, if you differentiate, you get 2x, right?
Constant is 0.
d dx, x squared plus 5 is also
2x
15,
is 0. It's the
also
same.
2x. So that's why you need to account for the case that it has a constant.
Okay.
That's why you plus a c for indefinite integral. That's why it's called indefinite. Indefinite means no definite answer. But once you have the upper and lower limit here, then it's going to be a value already. Okay, so for this one is the approach is the same, but the slight difference is, so you integrate, you get x to the power 2, right? Now it's not plus c, now is put it in. So you put in the 1, you get 1 square, right?
Yeah.
You put in the 0, but before you put in the 0 is there is a minus, so the answer is 1.
So it's always the minus in.
Yeah. So you put in the 1, you have 1 value. You print a 0, you have the second value, and in between there is a minus sign.
Subtract.
Subtract, yes. Okay, that's how you get the definite integral. Okay, compared to the indefinite
Seems
integral.
simple enough.
Okay.